In a world where every heartbeat is a reminder of life's fleeting nature, the mystery of what lies beyond has captivated hearts and minds for millennia. Imagine standing at the crossroads of hope and sorrow, a place where the familiar warmth of family is mingled with the unknown promise of eternity. This is not merely a tale of the afterlife, it's an invitation to peer into the very essence of our souls and the relationships that define us. As we embark on this journey together, pause for a moment and let the words sink deep into your spirit. I invite you to share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. If a single phrase resonates with you, type it out and let the conversation begin. The concept of heaven often stirs a myriad of emotions, a potent blend of longing, comfort, and even trepidation. We gather here today to explore one of the most profound questions of our existence. Will we truly recognize the faces we so dearly miss when we finally stand before eternity? In these opening moments, allow yourself to be drawn into the wonder of possibility. Envision a realm where the bonds of love transcend the limitations of time and space, where the essence of every cherished relationship is not lost, but transformed into something far greater than we can imagine. This narrative is crafted to offer clarity amidst the shadows of doubt, and to bring solace to those who carry the weight of separation in their hearts. Every word is carefully chosen to bridge the gap between our earthly experiences and the divine promise of reunion. The pages of sacred texts whisper of eternal connections and the assurance that no love is ever truly severed. As we delve into these timeless truths, consider how the promise of recognition and remembrance could transform your perspective on loss, on life, and on the inevitable transition we all must face. In this exploration, the Bible stands as our unwavering guide, a source of wisdom and hope that transcends generations. Its verses not only illuminate the path to understanding what awaits us, but also affirm that the familiar warmth of family is preserved in the eternal light of heaven. This is a call not only to believe, but also to reflect deeply on the nature of our relationships and the legacy of love we leave behind. Before we proceed into the heart of our discussion, I ask you, if the words here stir something within you, let them echo in the comments. Like, share, and connect with others who seek this eternal truth. Every interaction enriches our collective journey toward a fuller understanding of what it means to be truly united. As you settle in and listen to the unfolding message, know that this is more than a mere script. It's a conversation about the future of our souls and the promise that binds us all. When our final breath escapes us, the silence that follows is not emptiness, but the threshold of a divine mystery, a passage into a realm where the familiar intertwines with the unknown. Picture yourself in that transformative moment. The body, once a vessel of life's tangible experiences, returns to dust, yet the soul embarks on an eternal voyage. The scriptures remind us in Ecclesiastes that the dust returns to the earth as it was, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. This truth reverberates with the promise that death is not an end, but a passage into a new and wondrous existence. Consider the poignant story of the rich man and Lazarus, a narrative that challenges our everyday perceptions of loss and remembrance. In that account, two souls part ways at the moment of death. One finds comfort in the embrace of eternal peace, while the other is left to recall the fading echoes of a life once lived. These vivid portrayals serve as a testament to the consciousness that persists beyond our mortal coil. Our souls carry the imprints of our earthly lives, memories, emotions, and relationships that do not simply vanish, but await transformation in the light of eternity. Now let your heart ask the questions it has long pondered. When we reunite with those we love, will our souls recognize one another? Will the deep bonds that once defined our earthly connections shine even brighter in the eternal realm? The Bible, our unwavering guide, offers glimpses into these mysteries through powerful passages. One such passage recounts the miraculous transfiguration of Jesus, where familiar faces from the past, Moses and Elijah, appear unmistakable and radiant in their identity. Their presence affirms that our true selves persist even beyond the confines of mortal existence. The assurance of eternal identity is further echoed in the resurrection of Christ. After his triumph over death, Jesus revealed himself to his disciples not as a ghost, but as the very embodiment of his former self, only now transformed into a state of heavenly glory. His recognizable form, his enduring voice, and his compassionate gaze tell us that the essence of who we are remains intact. This realization should ignite hope and spark an inner dialogue. Imagine the joy of reuniting with a beloved family member whose spirit remains unchanged by time, whose laughter and love are preserved in the fabric of eternity. For those who have felt the sting of separation, this message is a balm to the soul. Every tear shed in mourning is met with the promise of a future where sorrow is replaced by an overwhelming sense of joy and unity. The thought that our earthly divisions, our familial conflicts, and our partings are merely temporary hardships is a message meant to uplift and inspire. It is a call to cherish every moment and to nurture the bonds we have, for one day they will be magnified into a love that transcends the finite and enters the realm of the divine. Reflect on the nature of our relationships as seen through this eternal lens. In heaven, our interactions are not marred by the limitations of physical presence or the constraints of time. Instead, every encounter is imbued with the purity of recognition and the depth of shared history. The intimate details of our earthly lives, every laugh, every tear, every moment of joy, are not lost but transformed into a tapestry of eternal connection. It is a promise that stirs the heart and challenges us to live with an awareness of what truly matters. This is not a distant fantasy, but a reality grounded in the teachings of faith. When we allow the promise of eternal reunion to shape our lives, we find ourselves compelled to reach out to those we cherish. I encourage you to pause for a moment and let your thoughts wander to a loved one you miss dearly. Type the name of that person in the comments if you feel moved by this truth. Share that spark of hope with others who may be seeking reassurance. The idea of recognizing one another in the afterlife also brings with it profound implications for how we live today. Every day is an opportunity to build and mend the bonds that will one day be celebrated in a heavenly gathering. The call to love, to forgive, and to embrace one another with an open heart is not merely a suggestion, it is the blueprint for our eternal existence. Our actions here are the foundation upon which our eternal relationships are built. When we choose compassion over conflict and connection over isolation, we are actively preparing for that joyous reunion. The scriptures offer both comfort and urgency. They remind us that while the promise of heaven is sure, the decision to walk that path rests in our hands. The choice to invest in our relationships and to share the hope of eternal life is a responsibility as profound as it is personal. If these words resonate with you, if they stir something deep within, let them echo in your own life and in the comments below. Engage with this message, like and share this video, so that others might also find solace and strength in the promise of a love that endures beyond death. This exploration of our eternal identity is an invitation to step into a realm where every goodbye is but a prelude to a joyful reunion. It is a message that transforms our perspective on life and death, urging us to embrace each day with the awareness that our relationships are not fleeting but everlasting. The certainty that our loved ones will recognize us in the luminous presence of God instills hope and redefines our understanding of loss. It reassures us that while our mortal bodies may fade, the divine essence of our being remains, forever intertwined with the hearts of those we hold dear. Every moment we experience in this life is a brushstroke on the canvas of eternity. The love we give and receive, the memories we create, and the connections we forge are all eternal. As you reflect on these truths, consider the profound impact they might have on your own journey. If you find hope in this vision, comment with a single word that captures your feeling, a word that might spark a conversation among those seeking the same light in the darkness. The promise of eternal recognition is a beacon that shines through the veil of mortality, inviting us to embrace a future where every relationship is restored in its fullest, most glorious form. It calls us to live with an urgency and a passion that only the certainty of heaven can inspire. Our time on earth is but a prelude to a grand eternal story, one where every chapter is written in love, unity, and everlasting hope. Our journey into the eternal continues as we delve deeper into the promise of a heavenly reunion and the transformative power it holds for our present lives. Every moment we invest in our relationships, every act of kindness and forgiveness, becomes a sacred brick in the eternal foundation that awaits us. As the idea of reunion grows ever more vivid, consider the timeless truth that our choices today echo into forever. The scriptures repeatedly affirm that our earthly actions, no matter how small, reverberate in the realm of the eternal. This is why we are called to live with intention, to love without reservation, and to mend the bonds that might have frayed under the weight of time. Reflect on the parable of the lost sheep, where a single act of seeking and saving one lost soul becomes a testament to divine love and relentless grace. In a similar way, each reconciliation, every embrace shared in moments of vulnerability, contributes to the tapestry of eternal unity. The certainty that our loved ones will recognize us in the celestial glow inspires us to be agents of healing and hope in a world too often marked by division. When you feel a spark of this conviction, I encourage you to share a brief message in the comments, perhaps a word like unity or hope, to remind others of the power of everlasting connection. Imagine a future where misunderstandings and grievances are dissolved in the light of an all-encompassing love. The promise of heaven is not merely about an escape from sorrow, but about the reformation of our very essence. In the heavenly realm, every soul is refined, every relationship purified, until only the essence of genuine love remains. This transformation is depicted in the biblical account of the resurrection, where Christ's triumph over death is not just a victory for one, but a promise for all who believe. His restored, recognizable form reassures us that our identities remain intact, even as they are elevated to a state of glorious perfection. Such truths compel us to view our daily interactions in a new light. Every conversation, every shared moment, becomes a precursor to an eternal exchange of hearts. The call to forgive, truly and wholeheartedly, is echoed in every scripture that speaks of reconciliation and peace. Our earthly quarrels, though painful in the moment, are but temporary clouds on the horizon of our divine inheritance. When we embrace forgiveness, we are not merely letting go of past hurts. We are actively participating in the restoration of eternal relationships. I invite you now, if these words resonate with you, to type the word restore in the comments, symbolizing your commitment to healing and unity. This vision of eternal communion also challenges us to reassess what truly matters in our fleeting lives. In a world obsessed with the transient, fame, wealth, and material success, the eternal offers a radical reorientation. The promise of heaven serves as a constant reminder that the legacy we build is not measured by worldly accolades, but by the depth of love we cultivate and the relationships we nurture. Each act of kindness, every gesture of compassion, becomes a testament to our readiness for that heavenly embrace. It compels us to look beyond the immediate and to invest in the everlasting. If this idea inspires you, please give this video a like or share it with someone who might need a reminder of the eternal value of human connection. As we continue, let us consider how the concept of eternal identity reshapes our understanding of loss. The pain of separation, so profound in the immediacy of grief, is transformed by the promise that every farewell is temporary. In the eyes of eternity, death is not a final severance but a doorway to a fuller, richer existence, a reunion where every tear will be replaced by laughter, every sorrow by joy. The familiar scriptural assurances become a balm to the wounded heart, inviting us to imagine a future where every departure is but a precursor to an even greater coming together. Here lies the profound mystery. Our loved ones, though absent from our sight, remain alive in the memory of our hearts and in the promise of tomorrow. This truth is not abstract. It calls for an active re-engagement with the people around us. Knowing that the bonds we forge here extend into infinity should motivate us to nurture every connection with tenderness and care. It is a call to celebrate life, to honor the shared journey that we all partake in, and to ensure that every moment spent together is treasured. Our time here is a preparation, a rehearsal for the eternal stage where love, in its purest form, will reign supreme. For every person reading these words, consider reaching out to someone you hold dear today. A simple gesture, a heartfelt conversation, can be the spark that ignites the eternal flame of connection. In the radiant promise of heaven, there is also a solemn responsibility, a call to share this transformative vision with others. The urgency of our mission is underlined by the biblical exhortation to proclaim the good news of eternal life. It is not enough to keep this hope to ourselves. We are charged with the duty to spread it far and wide, to be beacons of light in a world overshadowed by despair. When you share this message, whether by a comment, a like, or sharing this video, you participate in a movement that transcends time and space. Each small act of engagement reinforces the collective promise of unity and serves as a reminder that no one is ever truly alone. The eternal perspective reshapes our very being, urging us to prioritize love, to mend broken bonds, and to embrace every opportunity for reconciliation. It is a reminder that the relationships we treasure are the ones that will ultimately endure, that the love we share is the very essence of our identity in the eyes of the divine. As you absorb these truths, let them inspire you to live more compassionately and to extend grace even in the face of life's challenges. The promise of an eternal reunion is not just a future hope. It is a powerful force that transforms our present, guiding us to live in a way that honors both our earthly journey and the divine destiny that awaits. If this narrative stirs something within you, if you feel the pull of this eternal promise, I urge you to share a comment with the word eternity. Let that be your declaration of faith, your commitment to living in a manner that reflects the timeless love and unity we are destined to experience. Every interaction, every shared sentiment, builds the bridge that connects our present to a future filled with everlasting joy. The vision of eternal reunion also brings into focus one of the most challenging and heartfelt aspects of our journey, the fate of those we love who have not yet embraced the light of faith. The reality that some family members and dear friends may remain on a different path is a poignant reminder of the urgency and the gravity of our calling. It is a call that reverberates deeply within our souls, urging us to reach out with compassion, to offer hope, and to be instruments of reconciliation in a world shadowed by division. When we ponder the eternal promise, we must confront the bittersweet truth that not every familiar face we yearn to see again may be present in the glorious assembly of heaven. The scriptures do not shy away from this difficult topic. They speak of two divergent destinies, one marked by the overwhelming love and unity of God's kingdom, and the other by separation and the solemn consequences of choosing a different path. Yet, even within this dichotomy, there is a profound message of mercy and hope. The divine invitation remains open for every soul, a call to transformation that beckons us to share the truth with unwavering conviction. It is in these moments of reflection that the weight of our earthly relationships and the choices we make become starkly clear. Every conversation, every moment of shared vulnerability with a loved one who has not found faith carries with it the potential to alter the course of eternity. There is a beauty in knowing that even the smallest gesture, a kind word, a sincere prayer, or a heartfelt testimony can serve as a beacon, drawing someone closer to the eternal embrace of love. If this truth resonates with you, please take a moment to type "Beloved" in the comments, as a testament to the enduring hope that even the most distant hearts can be brought near. This narrative of dual destinies is not intended to instill fear, but rather to ignite a passion within us all. It calls us to be proactive ambassadors of hope and transformation. The promise of eternal life is both a personal treasure and a collective responsibility. Every day, we have the opportunity to mend what is broken, to extend forgiveness, and to cultivate relationships that transcend the immediate and point toward a future bathed in divine light. Consider the profound impact of extending grace to someone who may be wandering in darkness. That act of love is a step toward illuminating the path to salvation for them. The promise of recognition in heaven serves as a powerful reminder that our earthly identities are preserved and exalted in the presence of God. Just as the disciples recognized the resurrected Christ through his familiar voice and tender gestures, so too will we be recognized by the eternal love that binds us together. It is an assurance that every parting, every tear shed in the sorrow of loss is temporary, preparing us for a glorious reunion where every facet of our being is restored. In that eternal moment, the questions and doubts that have plagued us will be replaced by the radiant certainty of divine love and unity. Living with the awareness of these eternal truths has the power to transform our daily existence. It encourages us to nurture every relationship, to seek forgiveness and offer it freely, and to embrace each day with a renewed sense of purpose. The reminder that our time is fleeting, yet our destiny is eternal, should inspire us to live more fully, love more deeply, and forgive more readily. Each act of compassion, every moment of empathy, adds another layer to the legacy of love that will shine brightly in the eternal realms. Moreover, this eternal perspective challenges us to look at our differences with fresh eyes. Family, in its myriad forms, is not solely defined by earthly ties, but by a shared journey toward a common, everlasting destiny. In heaven, the barriers that divide us, whether they be cultural, generational, or even ideological, will be washed away by the sheer power of divine love. The promise of an eternal family transcends any earthly discord, inviting us to participate in a harmonious celebration where every soul is valued and every bond is cherished. If you believe that unity is the heartbeat of eternity, please leave a comment with the word family and share your hope for a future where every heart beats in unison. The profound implications of these truths reach beyond personal consolation. They inspire a movement of collective transformation. Each moment spent embracing this eternal vision is a moment invested in building bridges, healing wounds, and uniting hearts. The eternal family is not merely a hopeful concept. It is a tangible reality promised to all who seek to walk in the light. And as we step forward with this understanding, we are called to be beacons of hope, shining a light into every corner of our lives so that no one may remain in darkness. Our journey through these truths is a testament to the enduring power of love, a force that transcends death, that defies the boundaries of time, and that offers a glimpse into the infinite. It is a call to action, a reminder that every decision we make here on earth carries the weight of eternity. By embracing this vision, we prepare ourselves for a reunion that is both magnificent and deeply personal. And as we share this promise with those around us, we build a legacy of hope that will echo through the corridors of time. Every word spoken, every gesture of kindness, and every moment of heartfelt connection is an investment in an eternal future. The call to reach out, to share the light of this message, is a call to join a movement that believes in the transformative power of love. It is an invitation to build an everlasting community where every soul is recognized, every relationship honored, and every heart united in the promise of heaven. As our exploration of eternal truth draws to a close, we arrive at the culmination of this divine narrative, a vision that not only redefines our understanding of life and loss, but also empowers us to embrace every moment with the fullness of our eternal destiny. In the radiant promise of heaven, where every tear is wiped away and every bond is restored in its purest form, we find the ultimate answer to the question that has echoed in our hearts. Will we know each other again? The answer is a resounding affirmation of the eternal unity that awaits us. In this final revelation, we stand before the grandeur of eternity, a realm where every heartbeat, every shared memory, and every act of love is transformed into an everlasting testament to the divine plan. Here, the divisions and discord of our earthly existence dissolve into a harmonious chorus of joy and unity. Imagine a place where the painful separations of life give way to a celebration of every relationship, where every farewell becomes a prelude to a joyful reunion that surpasses even our wildest dreams. This is the promise of heaven, a promise that calls us to live each day with purpose, compassion, and a deep, abiding hope. The eternal family is a tapestry woven from the threads of every human connection, a mosaic of love, forgiveness, and grace that transcends time and space. Each relationship we nurture, every reconciliation we achieve, is a preparation for that moment when the veils of mortality are lifted and we stand in the full presence of our Creator, surrounded by the faces of those we love. The vision of eternal recognition is not simply a comforting thought. It is a transformative force that should guide our actions, urging us to mend broken bonds, to extend forgiveness, and to cherish every encounter with the understanding that these moments are the building blocks of our eternal legacy. The scriptures consistently remind us that our earthly journey is but a rehearsal for the eternal performance that awaits us. In the resurrection of Christ, we witness the preservation of identity and the triumph of the soul, an assurance that our true selves are not lost in death, but are instead elevated to a state of glorious perfection. His recognizable presence after the resurrection is a testament to the enduring power of divine love, and it offers us a glimpse into the nature of our eternal reunion. As you reflect on this, consider the profound impact it has on your life today. Every act of kindness, every moment of sincere connection becomes an investment in the future, a promise that the love we share now will be magnified in the light of eternity. The urgency of this message is matched only by its beauty. In a world where the transient often overshadows the eternal, we are called to shift our focus and invest our time and energy in what truly matters. The legacy of love we create through our words and actions echoes beyond the confines of our mortal existence and resonates in the halls of eternity. When you engage with this message, whether by commenting with a heartfelt word like forever, by liking, or by sharing this video, you are not only affirming your faith in the promise of eternal reunion, but also inviting others to join you on this transformative journey. This final chapter is a clarion call to live boldly, love deeply, and embrace the reality of our eternal destiny. It is a reminder that every moment is precious, and that the relationships we forge and the love we extend are the true treasures of our lives. Our time on earth is fleeting, yet it is filled with opportunities to prepare our hearts for the everlasting joy that awaits us. When we choose to forgive, to reach out, and to build bridges where there were once barriers, we are aligning ourselves with the divine purpose that binds us all. Let this message be the beacon of hope and a source of strength as you navigate the complexities of life. Allow it to inspire you to live in a way that honors not only your own journey, but also the journeys of those around you. The promise of eternal recognition is not a distant dream. It is a vibrant, living truth that transforms our present and shapes our future. Every interaction, every gesture of love, every word spoken in kindness contributes to a legacy that will shine brightly in the eternal realm. As you prepare to step back into your daily life, carry this vision with you. Let it influence your decisions, guide your actions, and inspire you to nurture the relationships that matter most. Remember that the eternal family is waiting, a community where every soul is known, every relationship is cherished, and every heart beats in unison with the divine rhythm of love. If this vision of an eternal reunion fills you with hope and determination, I invite you to leave one final comment with the word unity to signify your commitment to building a future defined by love and togetherness. Our journey through these eternal truths has been one of discovery, transformation, and profound hope. The narrative we have shared is more than just a story. It is a declaration of the promise that binds us all, a promise that transcends the pain of separation and illuminates the path to a reunion beyond measure. As you reflect on these words, may you find the courage to love more freely, to forgive more deeply, and to live each day with the assurance that our souls are forever intertwined in the eternal tapestry of divine love. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. Your engagement, whether through a comment, a like, or a share, not only affirms this message, but also helps spread the light of hope to those who need it most. May you carry the promise of eternal recognition in your heart, and may it guide you to a future where every relationship is cherished and every tear is transformed into joy.